Hello, my name is Anton Kleshov. I'm a professional software architect with 15 years of software development experience. Today we're going to be talking about value stream mapping in software development. Before we start, please like, share and subscribe to not miss any future videos. We have a lot of stuff planned about software development planning is getting ready to be released to this channel very soon, so stay tuned. Alright, let's get into it. Lean principles of software development have gained popularity in recent years. Many modern planning frameworks promote the use of Lean principles or even directly integrate them into their design. Today I want to focus more drastically on one of the tools of Lean development that became a point of attention to many companies practicing Agile. This tool is called value stream mapping. It gained a lot of attention last years, however it often correlates with a lot of controversy and confusion since not everyone knows how to use it correctly. So let's take a deep dive and take a closer look into it. Let's take a step back and define context first. As I mentioned earlier, it all starts with Lean software development. This is an Agile toolkit, as defined by its authors, that outlines a set of principles for project managers, team leaders, and technology managers. It borrowed and adopted the best practices of project management from the automobile industry. One of the principles in the toolkit is called eliminating waste. The main idea behind this principle is to adjust the software development process to eliminate everything that does not add value to a product. For example, a waste in the process could be considered moving product requirements between departments, gathering requirements into documentation that nobody reads, or developing and maintaining a feature that nobody uses. Eliminated waste is a process of getting rid of these burdens and adjusting the development process to the level where only things are performed that are actually adding value. That is, like authors defined, analysis and coding. Along with providing principles, the authors of Lean software development also provide practical tools to implement the principles in real life. Tools for eliminating waste should provide one with an instrument to clean up the flow from unnecessary and burdened processes using a specific algorithm. One of the tools that we look at today is called value stream mapping. So what is that tool? Value stream is a timeline of all activities necessary to fulfill a customer request. Customer request in this context could be a product feature, new deployment, customer sign-off, or any other result that would convert into significant value for a company. One could define it as a key delivery for company leaders and stakeholders. Mapping a value stream means creating the timeline and first drawing it into a piece of paper or canvas to oversee the activities necessary to satisfy the customer request. It should start with the request itself and end with the delivery of the results to the customer. In between, it should contain all activities necessary to execute the request, along with timing specified that it takes to perform each activity. In this way, it helps one to map and evaluate the full picture in its current state. Once the mapping is complete, it's time to make adjustments. One could ask the following questions. Which activity caused the biggest delay? Which activities can be considered bottlenecks? Can I eliminate any activity on the map? Can I group the activities the way that it reduces time and adds value faster? Many of these activities correlate with methods and techniques used in other tools of the Lean development framework. For example, concurrent development helps to reduce time of development activities by executing them in parallel by multiple teams. This is an example of grouping that could benefit the process. A lot of other techniques and methods exist. The idea is to review the map, find opportunities for improvement, and make adjustments. Once this is done, the map can be considered more effective and optimized. Authors state that the exercise, although sounds trivial, can actually expose a lot of problems and unnecessary burdens that could be easily fixed and thus effectively improve the timeline. Now let's talk about the pitfalls. First of all, we need to mention that often different requests can have slightly or drastically different flows depending on the nature of the request. For example, let's say we have a customer request as a feature that implies development in multiple departments. Like, for example, a company can have multiple teams with different specializations, and depending on a feature, customer request can go to one or multiple departments for development. Some would be tempted to present it as a single activity, like development, but it is important not to take these oversimplifications and present it as multiple items on the map. This way, it helps avoid misunderstanding and confusion between the teams. Another thing to mention. Many managers can be tempted to outline value stream mapping into one single map for the whole company to represent all of its processes altogether, basically by confusing this tool with creating software development lifecycle. However, this is not what this tool is designed for. It's better to take a requested true and focus on improving a particular area where the gains can be substantial. In this way, the process will be much easier to adjust and will face less pushback from participating parties. I hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, please share it and press the like button. This makes it easier to share the knowledge. If you're interested in learning more about the methodologies that inspired this video, please check out our channel and consider subscribing. You can learn even more at our website, dplanner.io, where we have various resources and a planning tool you can use. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.